welcome to Landria on YouTube, here to help you break through your fears and live an awesome life. Are you a person who everybody knows your sad story? Are you a person that goes around and your identity is your sad story? I'm not talking about somebody who's a speaker at a big event or something and shares their past. I do that, but my story isn't sad. It's a story for me of triumph. And if you don't know, I was an investment banker for 25 years, but I have owned my own businesses since I was 19. And I've done all kinds of stuff. I was a professional cheerleader. I had multiple scholarships. I was a writer on Capitol Hill. I was, just always going after all kinds of things that were impossible. You'll never get that. Even when I was at Capitol Hill, that was a special scholarship. The guy that, I wasn't even applying at the right time. They'd already closed everything. I applied anyways, right? I applied anyways. What happened? Yep, the guy who had the position was a Harvard law student. And he dropped out because he got something else that he wanted more. And they called me and said, if you can get here within the next couple weeks, you got the job. And I packed my car up and I drove to Washington, D.C. Why? I'm taking life opportunities and pulling it in and saying thank you. And I'm going for things because I don't think they're impossible. And that's why they're showing up. And I don't get everything. I got more failures than successes. They're not failures. It's me going, yeah, I went for it, and laughing and going, okay, I didn't get it. But then the next time you go, you become more and more fearless, right? Are you telling yourself some story about who or what you are? And you're a story, like you might even have names for yourself. I was the clumsy kid, or I was the shy kid, or I was this, and you actually tell that story repeatedly, and people know it, and it's working against you. Because if you're telling that story as part of a triumph, that's one thing, but if you're telling a story and you're feeling it every time, and it's painful, then you're stuck there. And you're not creating that new person that you are. And you don't have the new story. You have this old story, but I'm waiting for the new story. What's the new story? You're so focused on that. And I hear this constantly. Now, I have a lot of friends and people out there that they tell their story. And you're like, damn, you've come such a long way. And they're like, yeah. They don't tell it because that's their identity. They tell it it's because they don't want that to be their identity. And they're not allowing it to dictate. In fact, I know some people that have had to walk away and, have nothing to do with their own families because they realized it was toxic. And they had to make big decisions and say, I'm not that anymore. I'm not that. And became completely different people. Extremely successful, abundant, beautiful beings that they are. And that was dragging them down like a, anchor around their neck. Are you one of these people that constantly talks about woe is me, my past story, my sad story? This is who I am. I'm the kid that was abused. My parents didn't love me. I was from a poor family. Is that you? If it is, it's time to create the new story. But if you don't have a new story to tell, you're going to be hung up on that. This is who I am. And you're never going to pull out of it until you switch gears and create the new story of triumph. So every time I've been through a challenge, and if you know my story, part of it is, and there's no one story. For me, it's just an evolving thing. Part of it is, I lost my whole family, and everything happened in a very short period of time. My parents, my cousin, my dog, my brother, all within a short period of time, and just recently my cat. I mean, what the heck's going on here? I get these powerful, here's how I look at it. I get these powerful, I call them my team. My team agreed to come in and support me on my mission and bailed. Not like left. I mean, they had choice within their lives, but they bailed because they did their job. And I'm not saying it's all about me. It's part of what they were doing, what they got out of it, supporting me and be the wonderful, wonderful people in my life that supported me, that helped me. That was part of their mission. And they did it. So, boom, didn't have anything left to do for themselves, gotten to these points where it was time to just move on. And they did it. All of them. My parents and my brother were the most loving, supportive people for me. Not without their faults, like myself, but they were so unbelievably supportive. I couldn't have asked for anything more. They absolutely adored me. All of them supported me. Yeah, they were always there. I always knew I could pick up that phone and have that kind of love. I know a lot of people don't have that. So your story may be different. I don't look at that as tragedy, losing all those people and my animals and all this stuff. I don't. I think they came in to my life and gave me that support and love when I was needed, and for whatever reason, they are not meant to be here. They are going off to their next assignment. That's how I look at it. I'll see them again. They're still here. I talk to them. My dad visits me once in a while, not so much anymore. But he was very active, very, very active. I mean, I saw my dad a lot. And he was very supportive. He was, on the other side, he's supportive. Oh my gosh. The stuff he does for me on the other side is unbelievable. My grandmother, she showed up recently. She's always been there, way in the background. So you may see people stepping up to support you now that have passed away or that you sense are there. The veil has come down, and you're going to have more psychic abilities. Your intuition's going to be stronger. But you have got to let go of that history of your time here on this planet as a negative and see it as an opportunity of value, of a really maybe big task that you took on that's going to make you something pretty damn incredible that most people didn't get. Now, I took it. I didn't take an easy path. I put my time in. This was my time as a human to now be a teacher. And I didn't need to experience a lot of stuff. I've already been through that. I didn't need to experience a lot of tragedy and stuff in order to be in this position. I actually had a really great life that's just off the charts awesome, which I still created and did. You still have to participate in that. And now I'm in a position that never in a million years would I guess I'd be an investment banker doing this. Have a YouTube channel and doing events and spiritual speaking and in spiritual e-commerce e-courses. If you guys see this little thing, it says inspiration, you can sign up for it. You go into an email list of mine. Every few days you get videos from me and just encouragement of ways you can keep yourself up. Remind yourself, why you're here. How to keep an abundant mindset, how to find peace. How to stay on the right track. Every few days, I think it's 5 or 6 days, I send you an email. And then I'll start to announce my events, my e-courses. I'll have webinars. I'll have a lot of free stuff. You guys can sign up for that. And that's my mission. Because if I can get you on that higher frequency, if I can get you to look at that story that you experienced up to this point as something so freaking incredibly awesome, 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 awesome. No matter how tragic it seems as individual human beings, you picked something really incredible. And if you haven't triumphed over it and see it as your gifts and everybody that came in your life to allow you to experience that, then you need to start looking at it differently. It's all good. No matter how painful it is, it's all good. You can pull out of it. I've got friends that have pulled out of stuff that's so horrific on human terms and saw what it was. Yeah, It's an energy you're going to carry with you, but stop being the victim. Stop telling that story and being that person. Tell the story of who you are, and that's only a part of what you experienced, and now you've pulled out it, and I'm this. I'm the blah, 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 blah. I am the blah, blah. You're creating it by claiming that triumph of which you are. And so many of you, I hear you tell me, but Landria, but I have this, and my mom treats me bad, and I can't get out of the house. Yes, you can. Go get a job. You can find it. You just don't want to. You're addicted just as much as they are. You're codependent. Whatever it is, you can find a way. Everyone can. Everyone can find a way. There's always a way for you to create that life you desire. Don't question that. When you question it, that's your message to the universe. It can't happen. Okay, it can't happen. It's not thinking. It doesn't think or judge. It is you. You're doing it. You're that energy. I am abundant. Shifting into it. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. You're telling yourself that, or you're telling yourself, I'm the this, I'm the that, I'm the poor me. Be the triumphant story of success, whatever it is to you. It's not always about money. In fact, I'll tell you what, it's never about money. Money is just a wonderful byproduct of you living an abundant, beautiful life. And it will all flow to you freely and easily when you go into that space of light and love and giving. Namaste.